Hi everybody. I'm going to show you the 60-degree half triangle ruler by Creative Grids, and I'm just going to do the basic instructions of it that do come with the ruler. So a few helpful hints. With this ruler I'm doing this pattern actually in two colorways. It's on the back there. And I've also done this pattern, and this quilt is actually at the store already. So to start, I have two colors. I have Michael Miller's Fairy Frost White. That's my front part. And then I have this red. Okay. So I'm just gonna give this a quick press. Out. Now this can be cut any width. I happen to have this cut 8.5 inches, but with this ruler you can actually cut any size. So I can cut 8.5, I can cut bigger, so the width of the fabric here can be whatever you like depending on how big a block you want to do. And that's the nice thing about this ruler is all these sizes, so right up to 12.5. So that's how big you can go, and then right down to the bottom. So small to large. So with this one, I'm just using two colors right now, and this is my Fairy Frost, and this is right side up. Okay, so and that is important for you to know. So I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to line it up like this. So my 8.5 inch line is right there. The flat part's up here, and then right there I'm going to cut the selvage off too. I don't want to put that in there. I'm just going to take my cutter, go like this, and then this line down here. Okay, flip that off, and then I'm going to pull that. You can see there's my triangle. So there's my triangle. Okay, just going to pull this down so you guys see better. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to flip it like this. Okay, so you can see my triangle's up here, my 8.5 inch line is there, so I'm going to get really good use of this fabric. No waste. Okay, there's my next one, and I'm going to continue along. Okay, till I have the whole strip done. So if I wanted this block to be bigger, I would just simply cut a wider strip. Could be 9 inches, could be 10, could be 7. So if you have stuff that's left over and you want to do it, there you go. Okay, so I'm just going to continue on like this. Done. And I'm going to be able to get another one out of this. This is not the whole width of the fabric. This is just a strip I had cut. I've already done some from it, so you know. Okay, so I have all these, and now I can just pile them up like that. See, they are all the same direction. So they're all like that. Okay, so there's my white. Now the next one, the opposite side, is my red. Okay, so I'm going to just give that a quick press. Now the important part about this is my next side. So I don't want this triangle to be this way. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it and have the right side down and the wrong side up. And now I'm going to do the same cuts. So my wrong side of my fabric, and that is really important. You know, I'll go like this so I can cut that selvage off there. So wrong side up. So one color you do with your fabric right side up, and then the next color you do with it with your wrong side up. Okay. And then you can see I'm just going to go along and do that again. And get a whole bunch of these done. Okay. Nice and easy, eh? And this is different than using your 60-degree triangle, because it's not just, you can see it's wider on the top here, right? So it's not just the triangle part here, there's actually added seam allowance. So when you join them, you're gonna have nice points. Okay, one more. Okay, so now you see we have our red ones, and they are all this way. So when you're doing this pattern, they tell you exactly how many to cut each way, and that's all you're doing. And then this other pattern, the slice it up, they actually use the ruler with layer cakes. Okay, so now you can see we have, ta-da! So what can we do with, ta-da? Well, you can see that with this, let's get my little design here. So with the, let's do the red like this. I'm just going to show you this before, and then like this. And move this over to make more room. And then like this. So you can see there's half my star already from that other pattern. I don't know if you can see that. So that's one half that pattern from the pinwheel hexagon. So super easy. Let's get back to piecing these. So once I have these together, I just want to sew these all together, and that's how they're going to look when they're sewn together. So nice flat edge, no dog ears. I'll just go over and press that. And just pressing it, and then like that. We do want to press these open. And that's because they have, you know, I don't like pressing things open, but that's because we press this open because there's a whole bunch of points coming together. So we have to cut down on the bulk, and that's how we're going to do it. Okay, so I have this pressed open, as these all are. Okay, so that was the one block I showed you. And then the other block, so there's this one here. That's it. And then we can do this one too. So, and that just goes together. This is like, almost like those peppermint candies. So I sew those, that to that, and that to that. And then I'd sew 3 more together, and then I can, there we go. We create a little pinwheel. So now if we wanted to finish this off, we could actually bring another triangle and make it a square. We'll do that on the red side actually. So this red would go here, and that becomes a square. So I can make this a little pillow. Okay. And I just want to show you that when I piece these together, it's going to be really sweet actually. You can see that. So I sewed this together, and those points are going to, the red's going to be exactly like butted up together, and then what that creates is a nice 1/4 inch when I open that. See, so I'm not losing. I'd press that open, and I have a 1/4 inch there, so when I sew them together, I'm going to keep that point. Okay, so I just press that open again. I'll show you a little better then. See, so I have a 1/4 inch there that that allows me to keep all the points together when they come. Okay, so that's how you use that to create any of these blocks that come with it. And then the other neat thing you can do is, if you had a triangle that you had already cut, maybe with your 60 degree, that was, say, I can't do solid red, but because I don't have that shape. But if this was solid red, then I can cut this using my 1/2 60, all the pieces to make this a square, right? So if this was red the right way, there you go. So I could use these triangles to fill in these. Okay, so that would be a square then. Then the other thing you can do is not making triangles, but you can make these. So using the same blocks here, like that would make a rectangle, but what you want to do is, this is where you'd actually be cutting like that. You can't really see that. There. So this, when you want it to make a rectangle using 2 triangles like this, you want to actually cut them all in the same direction. So I would cut the red with the right side up, and I'd cut the white with the right side up instead of doing the reverse. Because see, if I can't, it doesn't work with the right side up. So I would have to cut these the same way with the fabric in the same direction. But just so you can see, sewing those together would create this nice rectangle. Great. I hope that helps. Okay, so that is the Creative Grids. Ta-da. Another great ruler by them. Thanks everybody. Have a good night.